Today is September 30th, 2021. Today is Orange Shirt Day in Canada. The purpose of this day is to acknowledge and honor the lives of every single First Nations Indigenous child throughout the Americas that were sent to boarding schools in the name of white supremacy and in the name of colonialism. Today, I wear orange in support of my First Nations Indigenous brothers and sisters across the Americas. Today, I wear orange to acknowledge the lives of every single First Nations child that was sent to slaughter in these boarding schools. A couple of months ago, they started finding the graves. In Canada, they started finding the graves of children, Indigenous children, who were forcibly taken from their families and sent to Christian-run boarding schools. In these boarding schools, these Native Indigenous First Nations children met death. They either met the death of their culture or they met the death of themselves. This summer, it came to light that throughout Canada and America, the graves of First Nations children were being discovered. It is taking me till September 30th to say something publicly on social media. Canada and the United States are grave sites. They are littered with the bodies of Black and Indigenous people. When I first heard of the news that these graves were being uncovered, I had a real strong physical reaction. Because I know this pain. Every year, I read about the graves of the formerly enslaved being discovered in some random place. So many of our ancestors they were completely disrespected on this land. I think of all of those babies and I can do nothing but hurt. To be taken away from everything you knew. To have your hair and your culture cut away from you. To be subjected to abuse because of your skin color. I know this ancestral pain. And I have no choice but to stand in solidarity with my Native Indigenous brothers and sisters and siblings. I stand on stolen ground The land that I occupy is stolen land. And I am the descendant of stolen people. Today I wear orange. Because those babies need to be honored. So today I put on one of my prettiest dresses. Today I took great care in how I dressed. I put on one of my prettiest necklaces. And I gave myself a crown. I put on sacred jewelry because I wanted to celebrate the lives of these children. They deserved the best. And they were handed the worst. So today, I wear orange and I put on the best to celebrate them. I put on my prettiest dress and my best accessories because I wanted to be beautiful for them. But I wanted people to engage me. I never dress for anybody, but today I dressed for other people. Today I dressed for those babies, and I dressed because I wanted compliments. I wanted people to talk to me about the way that I looked. Each and every compliment I got, I told them why I was wearing orange. And I asked them to honor those children. I asked them to pray for those children. I asked them to acknowledge that they were standing on stolen ground. And I asked them to be present to what happened here. I am an indigenous woman, displaced due to the enslavement of my people. Colonialism wrecked my life the way it wrecked every other indigenous person's life on this planet. I will always stand in solidarity with the rest of my indigenous brothers and sisters on this planet. An injustice against me and mine is an injustice against them and theirs. An injustice against them and theirs is an injustice against me and mine. I wear orange today because I know this pain. I wear orange today because I am a death doula and a death worker. I wear orange today to acknowledge the lives of these children. I wear orange today to acknowledge my own ancestral blood that litters this country. I wear orange today to bring light to the darkness. I wear orange today because it is important that indigenous people stand together. The history of the Americas is dirty. From the United States to Canada to South America. The way colonialism desecrated this place is atrocious. We must remember. We must remember this story. We must remember the people that came before us. We must remember the children that were sacrificed. We must remember the men, the women, the grandmothers, the grandfathers, the two spirits, the non-binaries, the gender fluid. We must remember the story. All of Canada is a graveyard. All of the United States of America is a graveyard. All of South America is a graveyard. And these places became living cemeteries when the colonizers showed up to those lands. Today I wear orange in solidarity. Today I wear orange in celebration. Today I wear orange in remembrance. Today I pour these tears from my body in the name of libation. Today I do ritual and ceremony to honor these children. Today I spent this day speaking to other people about these kids. Because it is my duty. Because it is my honor. Because it is my job. Today is September 30th, 2021. Today we wear orange. Today we honor all First Nations, Indigenous children across the Americas, living and dead. Today we acknowledge that though the colonizer came to exterminate the First Nations peoples, they didn't succeed. Indigenous people are still here. Today I stand in solidarity with my Indigenous First Nations brothers, sisters, and siblings of this land. I share your pain. The Americas are a cemetery, littered with the bodies of Black, brown, and Indigenous people. This must be acknowledged. This must be addressed. This must be healed.